I am in comfort mode, I will perform an acceleration from standstill, wide open throttle. The car is safe, even though we have 1,800 horsepower to control. So 3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Miroslav Zrnčević. I am Chief Test and Development Driver for Bugatti Rimac. We are in Arjeplog in Sweden, in Kolmis Proving Ground. We are here to test and develop the so-called BR1 project, or the tourbillon vehicles, to do various different tests on HVAC system, on ABS, on ESC systems, traction control, and vehicle dynamics in general. Of course, hypercars are not really intended to be driven on snow and ice, but we do cover this quite extensively. It's very important that the car works extremely well on all weather conditions, because of course if it's comparable to other cars, it's no longer a Bugatti. So we are here to test in so-called low mu conditions or low grip conditions. So mu factor is the coefficient of grip. In low mu condition, that means that we are below 0.3, 0.4 G that you can achieve with the tires. We have been here for 4 weeks developing different systems. So for the first 2 weeks we had temperatures that were up to minus 30 degrees, but then the temperature started to go up, so we were using also the night sessions to develop. We are maximizing our potential and basically using the best out of what the weather allows us. You have only a certain amount of the winter session, so basically it's 4 weeks to develop the whole car. We have been here previously, we have been here a year ago, but this should be our last winter session. It is very important, of course, for vehicle dynamics control systems. So we are testing quite extensively in different driving conditions. So we have ice, we have asphalt, we have packed snow, we have also slush in the last couple of days. So we are trying to cover all the different scenarios, and of course after that we are going to go to the open road, trying to cover, of course, the worst cases that we can have for ABS and ESC conditions. So we are doing braking on polished ice, on packed snow, on slush, but also we are doing something like mu jumps, which means that we start braking on dry or heated asphalt and then continue in polished ice. So basically the system needs to fight various different kinds of conditions or various different kinds of grip on the tire. We have different driving modes on the car, and of course depending on the possibilities that the customer has or wants, the car can be driven in a completely different way. So we are changing the balance of the car, the vehicle dynamics, but also the safety systems, or opening or closing the envelope of the safety systems. So we can have the car in comfort mode, quite restrictive, very comfortable, very well controlled, and then in sport mode and track mode we can open the envelope and allow a little bit more side slip, a little bit more freedom, which of course is highly appreciated by the customers.
So car again, it's very safe in this drive mode. In comfort we try to maintain as much as possible the stability of the car, so stability over agility without compromise in terms of still driving dynamic, driving enjoyment. The car is very safe, very balanced. The balance is shifted a bit more on the front to help the driver to maintain the stability. Also on throttle off, I don't have to counter steer, I don't have to make any correction. The car is precise, very connected to the throttle and to the steering, so we can have again stability, but at the same time agility. Let's switch to sport. Sport instead, it's a bit more funnier. As you can hear, probably the engine, it's a bit more free. In this case, we have a balance that is quite equal between the axes, so it's kind of 50-50, since we can use both powertrain. As you hear, the engine is screaming, but I don't have to do a lot with the steering. I'm full throttle. Again, very easy to play with the balance of the car. The torque is a bit shifted more to the rear, and this allows you to engage more side slip. I'm full throttle and all the controls is doing the job. So me, I just use the throttle and the steering. The way that I work on the steering, it's very smooth, very precise, it's sharp, but it's controlled. So 3 drive modes: comfort, sport, and truck. 3 different sounds, 3 different calibration in terms of traction, in terms of torque vectoring, in terms of all-wheel drive. And also the ESC, so the electronic stability control, is helping us to give more or less freedom to the car. And then you can also switch everything off and you just press the throttle and enjoy.
We are testing the climate control in the vehicle. Of course, it's done with objective measurements in climatic chambers. We are testing how the defogging of the windscreen is, but it's also very important the subjective feel of the passengers in the car while they are using the car. Then we continue to brakes, so ABS calibration. We have the brake-by-wire system, we have the regenerative braking from the front and rear powertrain, electric powertrain, and how it also overlaps with foundation brakes, so with the hydraulic system. And then we continue with ESC systems, so electronic stability control system, that is going to control the car when the car starts really going into non-linear conditions. This testing has been super challenging. It's super important, but it's very challenging for the team. So we have been doing work in 2 shifts. We had around 20 people coming and going, of course, but we had a core team of 6 people that were here basically the whole time. So it's a huge kudos to the whole team because they've endured quite a lot of strain. We don't care if it's Saturday, Sunday. We love this job. We really enjoy it. We also had some very nice pictures for our memories. So we had some reindeers come very close to the car. We had some aurora. We had very cool moments here that is unforgettable. This job is really a dream job.